I really attribute one of the major galvanizing parts of this entire scene was MySpace, was being that first digital portal into looking at somebody online that had the same hair as you, or had the same bands in their top 8, or, the same music playing in their player. You're like, oh, this person's really cool, but they're from Seattle. Like 3 years before that, you might not ever talk to somebody Seattle in your lifetime. You might not ever make it there, but all of this music hit at the right time, that it was a conduit to the entire rest of the world. And that to me is the special part of emo and when it came out. 2003, 2004, all of that stuff.
You know what? I'm really glad that you brought that up, because I think that there really is something special about emo. I think it's why we all are here. I mean, you as a band, me as a podcaster, a creator, and even as a fan, and why the whole branding around this is called OurSpace, because I wanted to make a nod to that. It's not MySpace, but this is OurSpace. It's OurSpace to connect with a bit of that nostalgia, but not get lost in it and discover new bands. Because that was, to me, the spirit of MySpace was, hey, I can log onto this website and I can send a message to Jimmy Eat World and get a freaking reply back, which is super cool. But also, I can go on their top 8 and I can find a band like Hawthorne Heights that I'd never heard of before, or like Sugar Cult, or whoever, of just like clicking around and go link to link to link. And, or, you find a friend that, I think of this one specific person, Tom, not the Tom, but I met him on family vacation in Florida, and he was about my age, and we started hanging out at the resort, and it was like, are you on MySpace? And we connected through MySpace at the time, and I found bands because he had it on his MySpace page, right?
Yeah,
and so
it was like your first algorithm. Like really your first discovery portal was, it used to be you and your friend in your room or whatever, playing video games or whatever, and like you're trying, or everybody grabbing the aux cord on your way to high school or whatever, and you're always trying to outcool each other. You know what I mean? You're trying to play whatever is hip and new. That's what MySpace magnified that times a million. Because, you have people are like, it's hard to think that there was a time where you could have My Chemical Romance in your top 8, and that was an under the radar play.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like there was a time where like, it's like, dude, My Chemical Romance, let me check that out. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that is really how things like spread like wildfire. And I attribute a lot of our early success to MySpace, mainly because we were a band, like I said, we're sober to a fault. We're very we've always ran Hawthorne Heights as like, I don't want to say an entity, but I want to say we've always run it like a business and cared about it. We're careful with our brand and everything like that. So we would always respond to messages. Like, well, if we had an 8-hour drive, 2 of us would have the sidekicks out, and we would just be ripping through, reading comments, texting back, like all of that stuff.
You get them in as a text message, and you'd have to reply as a text message then.
Yeah. So it's like doing stuff like that, like doing all that like groundwork, really it cements you and it attaches you, and people have all these special feelings about that. And like playing those shows of that era, these are all like just wonderful cobwebs in our brains, and that connectivity of these cobwebs going from Ohio to Japan is wild. You know what I mean? And that's like, that to me is really cool. It's like dawn of the internet stuff, which is hilarious. Like all that stuff is super cool to me.